So I just did a really quick video on how I kind of refresh or cleanse my skin first thing in the morning. So if you want to watch that, you can either click here or there'll be a link to it below. And then once you have that done, the next step is to moisturize your skin. No matter what your skin type, again, I did do a video on how to determine your skin type and I will link to that below as well. But no matter what your skin type, everyone can benefit from moisturizing. It is something that I think is really essential for maintenance of healthy skin throughout your entire life, no matter how old or young you are. And obviously, again, depending on your skin type, there will be loads of different moisturizers that you can use. And there are a few different optional steps as well. You could use a serum if you want. This is, again, not something that everyone necessarily needs. You can get serums that are maybe more for problematic skin, which can be great for like acne and stuff like that, or you can get serums maybe for brightening or evening out skin tone. One of the ones that I'm using at the moment is this Prep and Prime brightening serum. This is like a vitamin C type serum. Again, this is for like evening out skin tone. I usually just pop a little bit around the face. You don't need a huge amount, and then just gently rub it in to the skin. So one thing I will say when applying products to your face in the morning, your fingers have to be utterly clean. They have to be absolutely immaculately clean so that you won't be adding any dirt onto your face, which you don't want after cleansing your face and making sure it's clean before applying your moisturizer. Another nice serum that I like to use would be something like this, the Olay Regenerist serum, which is fragrance free, great for sensitive skin. So once your serum is on, generally serums are really lightweight and they tend to totally absorb into the skin. So you want something to moisturize on top of that. The whole point of moisturizer is to keep hydration in on the skin. So if your skin is very dehydrated in the first place, that's something you need to look at separately. One thing I like to do is maybe apply a spritz, something like the Max Fix Plus, or like a thermal water spray or something like this, just to get some moisture in on the skin. Your face cannot absorb moisture once it's on the skin, but the sebum can mix in with the moisture on the skin, which will help. And this is the healthy sebum, the amount that you want on the skin. This can help form a really helpful barrier, lipid, called a lipid barrier on the skin, and this will help protect the skin throughout the day. But you definitely want to trap in any moisture on the skin for that to happen, and for that you need to use a good moisturizer. The one that I use at the moment, which I'm combination skin, I like something like this, which is the Clinique Even Better Skin Tone Correcting Moisturizer. This has an SPF of 20, so I always try to get something that has an SPF in it. I wear an SPF every day of the year. The minimum I will use is 20, and this is on the very dull kind of wintry days. I generally tend to go for something a little bit higher. Something like this, which is the Sultan Face. This is a moisturizing SPF for the face of a 30. It's got really high UVA ratings. This is really good for protecting the face. Very good for anyone who's very pale. Another great product, which would be a face protector as well, the Super City Block by Clinique. This comes in a 25 and a 40. Again, you can use this as your moisturizer as well, unless you are on the very dry side. So these are great products to have. Then if you are maybe more oily and you want to actually deal with oil control and help prevent too much oil from coming throughout the day, there are loads of products out for you there as well. You could look at something like this, which is the Effaclar Matte by La Roche-Posay. This is an oil-free moisturizer, and it helps with sebum control throughout the day. So it's very good for anyone who has oily skin, or who has like quite enlarged pores, or has to deal with greasiness throughout the day. Vichy have some great products as well, like the Normaderm Pro Matte, which is very similar to the Effaclar Matte. Again, it just keeps the face very matte throughout the day. These work as brilliant makeup primers as well. The Vichy Normaderm Hydrating Care is very good for anyone who has acne skin or acne prone skin or anything like that. So there is a moisturizer out there for everyone. If you've got sensitive skin, make sure you go for something like the Simple Products that is very good for sensitive skin. Combination skin, it depends on what areas you want to deal with. You may want to use 2 different moisturizers. So sometimes I will use a matte moisturizer on the areas that are a bit more oily, maybe during the summer if I'm more concerned about being very greasy, and then I'll use something a little bit more moisturising on the drier areas. But for on days like today, when it's kind of normal outside, I'm not worried too much about oil control and stuff like that. Once I have my serum on, I'll just get my normal moisturiser and usually pop 5 dots, so on the forehead, on the nose, on the chin, and on the cheeks, and then lightly blend them into the skin. So the best way for this is to do it in upward motions. And obviously the heat of your finger will really help melt this into the skin. It's always important to have clean fingers when applying any kind of products to a bare face or to the face, but particularly if you're acne prone or you have acne or even any kind of sores or spots on your face, you don't want to spread anything. So you just want to make sure that you are as clean as possible, and then always apply a little bit of moisturizer to your neck as well, and do that in an upward motion also. And then one step that I never skip in the morning, and I think anyone from their early 20s onwards should definitely do this step, and that's to wear a eye cream. So for the morning time, I always go for eye creams that will work well under makeup. Of course, if you're not wearing makeup, it's not as important, but don't go for anything that is like anti-aging, that maybe has retinol or something like that in it, because it can make you more sensitive to skin, or to sun rather, and that area is already more sensitive to sun because the skin is so thin, so you have to be careful there. So I generally go for stuff that is designed for daytime. If you could get something with sunblock in it, that's amazing, but generally sunglasses are okay. Two that I wear all the time during the day is something like this, the Clinique All About Eyes. This is specifically for use under eye makeup. It actually enhances the wear of makeup around the eye area, so like concealer and stuff. So this is absolutely brilliant. It's a lovely light kind of gel consistency. And something that's similar in feel is this Origins Transcriptions one. This is an anti-aging one, but it doesn't make you sensitive to the sun, so this is absolutely brilliant. And this is also really good for use under makeup. So you want to be careful when applying this around the eye not to apply too much pressure. I usually just dab it on, and then if you want, you can just kind of lightly roll your fingers over the area, and this will help again blend it into the skin with the warmth of your fingers. Now I tend to get dry lids on the top of my eyelids, so I'll always put a little bit up there as well. You don't want to put anything that has retinol or any of those kind of stronger ingredients on this area of the eye, because it can be absorbed in through the eyelid and onto your eyeball, and it could be problematic. So try and just keep that on the areas where you have wrinkles or where you have lines, or you know, where the treatment will actually be beneficial. And then once that's on, I usually go and have my breakfast and let everything just sink in so that it won't affect my makeup later on when I go to apply it. So try and leave at least 5 to 10 minutes after applying your moisturizer before you go ahead and do your makeup. A lot of people will complain that they don't have that time in the morning, but do what I do. Get up, cleanse your face, moisturize, then go off and have your breakfast, or maybe get dressed or do whatever you have to do, and then come back and do your makeup afterwards. And that way you're getting everything done, but you still have given your moisturizer a chance to sink in. So yeah, that's enough for this video, and after this I'll show you how to prep your skin quickly for makeup application.